Everything on this wall was shot by my grandfather. He hunted in the West when the West was still wild. These are things shot by my father. He went to Africa with Roosevelt. That would be Roosevelt the first, in 1909. I think you gentlemen will find this a very interesting collection. These are specimens from all over the world. India, Africa, South America, Australia.
Is this your wall, Mr. Gifford?
No, it's my mother's. Mama had a deadly aim. This is my wall. I've learned to let other people have the thrill of adventure and hardship and hard work. Which brings me gracefully to my subject. All of you are bright enough to know that I am now on a hunting trip. And one of you gentlemen will be my victim. Each of you must also be bright enough to know that your wife has been under observation. Whether she can properly represent the Gifford Motor Company is part of my decision, but she must also have one other important qualification, which will have to be your decision. Your wife must never compete with the company. If there's a choice between your work and your wife, your work must come first. Do you agree, all of you?
Well, I don't, Mr. Gifford.
If a man's job and his home life interfere with each other, there's something wrong with the man.
Or the wife?
Oh, possibly, but if you'd expect me to marry my job at the expense of my legal wife, I'm not your man.
Well, I appreciate your frankness, Baxter. How about you, Talbot?
Mr. Gifford, I didn't come here to ask for this job. I'm not asking for it now. Mrs. Talbot and I were invited to New York so you could look us over. You've been looking us over. You mentioned a certain condition for this job. I have one too. Regardless of Mrs. Talbot, if I don't qualify for this job personally, then I don't want it.
Burns, under the conditions I've outlined, do you think you could handle this job?
Handle it? Mr. Gifford, I'd give my eye teeth for the chance.
Ernest, aren't you men dressing for dinner?
Of course. We dine at 8. You'll have my decision after dinner. Gentlemen?
We're going to serve cocktails, and I hope we'll be down in about half an hour.
We have an excellent cook.